Got some new fog lights from Baja Designs, 4Runner. Take these out of here. They look solid, feel solid. They come with obviously 2 fog lights. Looks like a sticker. QR code so you can register your product. Nothing left in the box except for instruction manual, and there are some brackets that go on the sides of these so they will mount up to your 4Runner fog lights. Here's the brackets, and there's also some wiring in there. Upon inspection of opening this, I noticed the instructions say it can be for Toyota Tacomas, 4Runners, and Tundras. I think they've made these for numerous vehicles, and Toyota's housings must be all about the same. So, nuts and bolts. Here are the brackets that mount on the sides. Here are, it's like a little piece of rubber or foam. Here's a thicker piece, and here's a not so thick piece, but it goes around the bracket, and that's kind of just to eliminate any like rattling from going in the stock housing. There's also some wires that you'll have to wire up on the ends of these. They'll go inside there, and you have to figure out which one's positive and negative. Shouldn't be that hard. So let's get to it. So your fog lights are going to have brackets. There's one like this, and there is a bracket like this. So this bracket here, this is the passenger side. You can tell by the way it's beveled. So this one will go right here so it can slide in. And the other one will go right there. There's 2 holes for screws. I've already done the driver's side so you can see it finished. But it's just bolt, washer, bracket, and serrated washer. And you'll tighten all those up with a 4mm Allen wrench. I will say on the driver's side, I haven't done the passenger side yet, but on the driver's side, the bolt, they put like Loctite on it. And I thought I was actually, they put it on like really thick on one of them. So I thought I was like cross-threading, but I actually wasn't. So I just want you to be aware of that so you don't think you're hurting your product. Just kind of start it and then put the Allen wrench on it after the threads are started. The next thing we're going to do is find access to these fog lights. So most people go through the fender, which is 3 bolts there, and I think 2 under here. There's also some clips, but I've seen people do it different ways. You don't have to take them all out. There's also, I think somebody said there's also hood access if you take that plastic panel off the hood. But also, I may try this, I'm not sure. I may only be able to do it on one side, but there's a spot right up in here, and there's your fog light housing right there, along with that sensor in the way. But this is the driver's side, sorry. And this one doesn't have a cover on it. But the passenger side has a cover on it, and it's like everyone's nightmare. So I may have to take the fender off for that one. So I went ahead and turned my wheel to the right for the passenger side because I'm going to take this off of here because it does have a plastic cover on it, and it's always a pain to get off from what I've heard. So this is the way we're going to do this side, and I believe on the other side will be easier because I won't have to do this at all. So 10mm socket, go to town. So here you can see there's that cover on the fog light that we'll have to get off. So I'm going to try to start working on that now. You're going to need probably a long screwdriver because there's 2 tabs on both sides. So we'll get started on that. All right, So what I did, this really didn't take me that long. I was kind of worried about it, but there are 2 tabs. You'll take a screwdriver, you'll shove it down in there and try to get that tab while you're pulling on it. That's why I couldn't film it at the same time, so I'm very sorry. But it really just popped right out after I put some pressure on it with the screwdriver on the tab. And then the other side, since I couldn't get to it really, I just gave it a good tug and it popped right out. And in the instructions it says you don't have to reuse this, so once you get it off, you're done with it. So there we have our fog light. The next thing we're going to do is unhook it, and you can see the 2 screws on the side that we're going to have to take out as well. So it's just 2 screws and you unhook the wiring. So to unhook the wiring, I've already unhooked it, but it's got a little tab on the bottom you push in on and pull out, and then it's unhooked. So here's the harness coming from the fog light. You will see there's a black and a white wire, and this little connector will slide in here, and it's got a little, there's only one way it can go because that side doesn't have the little snap-on feature. So you're going to want to make sure that these go in there the correct way. So black is on the bottom and brown is on top. So you will slide these in here, make sure they go all the way in. You can clip that down so it clicks. You'll take your adapter, connect them together. So black, black, and this will plug into your factory harness. The next thing we need to do is take those 2 screws out, they're Phillips head, and then that will release your stock fog light. So now we have the stock fog light out, unhooked. You can set that there like that, and you'll notice that your brackets are the same. So it's going to go in the same way it came out. And make sure you keep the 2 screws that came out so that you can use them to put in your new fog light. These fog lights also come with some sticky tape. It's more for letting the fog light just sit in the housing a little bit better, and probably it won't rattle as much. So now we just pop this back in. There's 2 tabs on one side and then the 2 screw holes on the other. You line the screw holes up and screw it back in. Once you get the screws in, all you have to do is plug it in, and I went ahead and took a zip tie so that I didn't have hanging wires down here, but nice and clean. You may have a little gap right here, but I think that's kind of a common thing with everybody's. So once you have that installed back in there, you can go ahead and put your plastic back and put the screws back inside of it. And do the same thing on the other side. It's actually easier on the other side because you don't have that fog light cover. Did end up on the driver's side just using this little cutout right there just to get up in there. I didn't even have to take the fender liner out, but I think on that passenger side, I think that's going to be a necessity. But other than that, very simple, very easy. Didn't have many problems with it. The main problem I had was finding a way to hold the camera so that I can kind of show you guys what was going on. So after I put the fog lights in, I didn't put the plastic panels back on yet, just so that I can make adjustments to where the beam hits. So after I felt like I had the beams where they were even, I went ahead and put the plastic pieces back on. The install of these really wasn't that bad. I was really worried about the plastic piece over the passenger side fog light, but that really took me like 1 minute, if that, to figure out how to get off. They turned out really nice. They're solid. They sit in there real nice and sturdy, and they're much brighter. Go ahead and give them a try if you're on the fence about them, because I think you'll like how they turn out.